Hormozi's offers don't go viral by accident. They follow a proven structure, one that converts like crazy. So I built that into a workflow that automates the structure using N8N and the exact principles from all of his books. So in this video, you are going to be getting that N8N template with all the prompts, all the logic, all the triggers. It's totally plug and play. And in the next 30 minutes, you can have this in your dashboard and producing high converting offers. Now, this all starts with the context and niche. So in this module, and that's the point in this video, we're going to go through every single module, okay? You have the context here, which is you're creating a $100 million offer based on his principles. The goal is to create an offer that makes people feel stupid saying no. And then the string here, we can change to whatever we want. So you could put, social media marketing agency for HVAC. And the more context you give it and the more specific you are, obviously the better the outcome is. So if it's like I'm doing a book launch for my keto diet, you can put that in here. And that is you saying, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is the target market I am actually going after. Then the next model is basically where it's going to gather all the information about the context and the niche that you've given it. And we're using the OpenAI model. And in this module, you can literally just change to whatever models you want. So all the OpenAI models, Grok, Claude, are all in here. I use 4.1 right now. Gets great outputs. I'd recommend it. And when you download this template, it's going to be in there. And by the way, trying to hit 10,000 subs before the end of the year. So please drop a sub down below. So inside of this agent here, I'm just going to show you the prompt. So you're an excellent business offer generation assistant. Your goal is to identify the target audience for the business offer based on the given input. And then here is the actual chat message. So identify the audience for this offer, including their specific needs, fears, desires, outline their dream outcome and the biggest problem that they face when trying to achieve this. So that agent's going to go ahead and build that based off the context and niche. And now is where we get into the value equation from Hormozi's book. And this is what he uses in all of his offers. So you're an excellent business offer generation assistant and a value equation analyst. Your goal is to construct a value equation based on the target audience and their dream outcome by increasing their dream outcome, boosting their perceived likelihood of achievement, reducing their time delays, and minimizing effort and sacrifice. So that's that like quintessential equation of his from the book, right? So here is the actual expression. So dream outcome, specify a transformative result and why it matters for the customer. Perceived likelihood of achievement is provide methods to make the success seem inevitable. So testimonials, guarantees, things like that. Time delay is minimize how long it takes them to actually get this result. And then the effort and sacrifice, simplify the steps and reduce perceived difficulty. And then these modules here are basically just formatting the outputs. So when we're getting towards the end of this, you'll see it all gets put in a nice document so you can use it. That's what these modules are doing. They're literally just formatting it. So it goes from being techie computer output to being one that you can just put in a document easily. So business solution agent. List all potential obstacles the customer may encounter in achieving their dream outcome. This is huge, right? Because this is the biggest blockers that these people are going to run into, where it doesn't matter how good your offer is. I always give a great example of like, I could say to someone, I can get you to 10 million a year, but you're going to do it all through cold calling. The perceived likelihood of achievement has essentially just gone to zero because most people are just not willing to smile and dial all day, right? So it doesn't matter how big the upside down, the downside is basically so big that there's essentially no overcoming it. So find the corresponding solution and give it an attractive name. Now the attractive name is important because it allows you to stand out and it stops the comparison between you and competitors if you have them in your space. Here's an example of a dream outcome. To become a market-leading enterprise by seamlessly integrated AI-powered solutions that supercharge operational efficiency, rapidly open new revenue streams, significantly reduce costs, and elevate the organization's profile as an innovative leader. Great way, like that is definitely a dream outcome for all the businesses now since the AI revolution has kicked off in the last couple of years. That's what everyone wants to be. They want to be at the forefront of adopting AI technology in their industry and in their sector. So then we're going to go to the offer refinement. So now we've built offers, right? And we've come up with perceived problems and then solutions. And now we just want to look at refining these down into something that's really essentially usable. So these are the problems. So uncertainty about identifying the most impactful AI use in the cases and specific industry in the business model, resistance to change and skepticism among internal teams. This is huge. Like if you're into AI and you're trying to help businesses transform with AI, this is one that most people miss who haven't done it, is like the adoption from teams is huge, especially in more antiquated businesses. This is tough. So this is the solutions. AI Opportunity Blueprint, a guided discovery session using industry benchmarks and deep dive business models mapping to pinpoint high impact AI use cases tailored for their enterprise. This is what we are drawing out exactly the use cases that they will find effective for their businesses. And there is literally a solution map for every single one of the problems we identified. So the next one is the offer bonus generator agent. So this is really good for info businesses, coaching businesses, agencies, where you can add additional bonuses where they usually have a marginal cost of replication for you, or you have some sort of leverage. So common ones are like previous call recordings. So here's some examples for the AI automation one. So personalized AI automation audit. So receive a professional review of your current operations with a customized report revealing immediate high impact automation opportunities specific to your business. Lifetime AI automation community access, really good one as well. This is one that builds a really strong brand. So as you are growing, and if you intend on building a really big business with using this Grand Slam offer, we're then going to go down to the scarcity tactics. Now, remember, scarcity is minimizing the number of units and urgency is minimizing the time to get the offer. So this is an example of a tactic. So we could have the enterprise founders circle here, which is only the first 10 enterprises per industry get this extra access. Pilot program window, so you give people early access and they might get additional bonuses or a reduced cost. Free private AI innovation briefings for the first 7 decision makers. So these are all great scarcity tactics you can use to get people to get more buy-in from your offer, essentially faster, right? So as you can see here, the expression is suggest additional bonuses to increase perceived value without reducing the price. That's really, really key is you don't ever want to argue on price. You want to argue on value. And that's why we can do offer stacks and stuff like that, because people are going, oh, I'm just getting all this extra stuff from this other company, which just makes the perceived value go so much higher than the price they're paying. To refine the identified high value, low cost solutions, which are the things that we always focus on first, right? So we're now on to the guarantees and risk analysis. Now, I want to touch on something because there has been this influx of just like crazy guarantees and the market has become really saturated and just banner blind to, you know, we'll give you $5,000 back and all your initial investment if we don't get the result. And real like traditional businesses and successful business owners just know that that's just essentially a load of rubbish. So you're much better off just coming in with like, we will get you this result. You can even have like, we'll keep working with you until you get it. If it's much more of a consulting gig where they actually have to do the work, I actually don't offer any guarantees because you are reliant on them actually doing the work to get the result. So it really depends on your business. What I will say is you can offer a guarantee if up to the point of where you control kind of the flow. So an example would be my old agency. I used to do lead generation, and then I had a call center where we'd actually book the calls on the people's calendar or literally live transfer. So I could guarantee, initially it was leads, and then I guaranteed book calls, then I guaranteed live transfers, but I couldn't guarantee sales because I wasn't the person doing the selling and the team wasn't doing the selling. So we guaranteed up to a point where we controlled, and that obviously made it exponentially more compelling. Now, would it be more compelling if we sold sales? Of course it would, but you can't guarantee that because that's reliant on them. Now, the final part is basically meshing this all together into the Grand Slam offer generator. So you're an excellent Grand Slam offer business creator. Your goal is to compile all of the components to generate a $100 million Grand Slam offer based on the principles and frameworks taught by Alex Hormozi into a finalized pitch. Ensure the offer includes the core solution, bonuses, guarantees, and scarcity. Write the pitch the way that makes it emotionally compelling and logically sound without overpromising and ensuring you do not make unrealistic offers. Now, that touches on the guarantees and risk reversals. That is what's important. And then the final bit is just the format, and then it puts it in a Google Doc. So what I'm going to do now is literally hit execute workflow, and we will see that it's going to start executing on all these modules, and then it's going to get over to here and actually put it into the document. So here's the document that the Grand Slam offer generator was just created. So core problem, they lack specialized knowledge, proven frameworks, and trustworthy implementation partners needed to select, customize, and scale AI automation solutions that reliably deliver a measurable ROI, making the transition to AI both confusing and risky. So their dream outcome is achieve seamless, full automation of all repetitive operational tasks in the business using AI technology, eliminating manual workloads, slashing labor costs, etc. Perceived likelihood of success. Case studies, video testimonials showing similar businesses that they've helped successfully automate and achieve ROI in the timeline that they said. Time delay, clients will see initial automation results in X number of days. 7 days in this example. Automation templates, rapid deployment tools to get them up and going faster. Effort and sacrifice on this one is easy no-code onboarding, answer a simple business process questionnaires, no technical setup, and then the rest of the setup is done for them with all the mapping and templates and implementation. Target audience, in this case, is small and mid-sized business owners and agencies, executives seeking integrated AI automation. So again, this is just using this as an example. You can change this to if you do focus on engineering or supply chain or whatever you want. So the Grand Slam offers scenario, AI automation accelerator for ambitious business owners, effortless end-to-end automation of repetitive tasks with zero technical hassle. Now, this is obviously because we just put in AI automation agency is broad. And then the more specific you put in that niche and target, the more specific this will be, which is what I love about it. So this is also the bonus stack. So again, this is going to work better when you have a, let's say, an agency or a coaching offer where you also provide additional services. If you are running, let's say, a traditional consulting firm, having a bonus stack, you can throw in like a very common ones are, for example, additional calls, maybe a little bit more hand holding or building a few little things, and they would be like your bonuses. But you definitely don't have to go crazy with the bonuses side, in my opinion. And then your risk reversal is, you know, if you don't reduce your labor costs in 90 days, you can have every penny back. The important thing again with that risk reversal is you want it to be that you're actually doing the implementation and ensuring it's working. If you were just doing the consulting side, you obviously wouldn't want that type of risk reversal because you're not doing the implementation. And then scarcity, it's limited to 30 businesses per cohort. This is, again, what's great. You limit the number of people, or you can do, say, 10 people per month, which is both scarcity and urgency. Price anchoring is AI automation consulting and implementation costs of $50,000 plus upfront and months of trial and error with no guarantees, or you can use ours lifetime access for $9,800. This would be, like I said, a one-time offer. If it was a recurring offer, you might do $9,800 plus $5,000 a month, and that's how you do it. So what you can do is click first link down below and get access to this template totally for free and all the resources. All you're going to need to do is set up your OpenAPI key and your Google Docs API key. So if you enjoyed this and you want to learn more about making money in this AI revolution, check out this video up here where I show you exactly how to do that.